What's going on, everybody? It's Achilles OBT coming at you with a brand new video, and in today's video we will be going over the recent changes, or to be more honest, as they're viewed by the community so far, the recent nerfs to Tracer, who I felt like was in a very even heel spot. I thought that she was fine where she was and the way she was performing before, but evidently Blizzard disagreed. So to go over the things that they changed to kind of nerf her in their own way. At level 1, Slipstream used to, this always increased the amount of time recalled by 1 second, but what they removed now that you're no longer seeing was that it also shaved off 2 seconds, I believe, off of Slipstream, off of, I forgot what the recall, there we go. It slipped 2 seconds off of recall's cooldown. So, that is no longer the case, so that will actually be a full-blown cooldown from the start of the game all the way to the finish of the game, even more so depending on what you pick at 20, which we're going to go over. So I may actually be inclined to experiment a little bit now with my build, because the idea behind the changes they wanted to make to Tracer was that they felt like there were too many picks that she had in certain spots that were like totally dominating over the other picks, and they wanted to change it up to make her give her other talents some more viability, to have people sway to actually pick different things. So at level 4, they didn't touch anything. Level 7, here we go. 7 was the other one that they this is kind of a big one. This is the one that I mentioned, and I believe I was talking to a friend on a stream, where I think this is a change that's ultimately not going to affect good Tracer users or experienced Tracer users, but everybody else who's still learning the hero is going to feel this. Now, Spatial Echo, before, this used to grant you 2 charges of blink immediately after using recall. Now the change is that you have to get a takedown. Hero takedowns grant 2 charges of blink, as it says right there. So you don't get those charges on that recall unless you secure a kill first. So this puts more emphasis on people actually getting aggressive and securing kills, rather than just going in, doing whatever, and getting out because they're blinking out because they knew they had that get out of jail free card. As even the Blizzard guys like worded it, that they could just blink right out, or recall out, and have 2 charges ready to go, and there'd be no penalty. Now that's not a thing anymore. So this is kind of a big one that, like I said, I don't think the really good Tracer users out there are gonna feel this. But for the rest of us out there, this is definitely going to be noticeable. So maybe you might want to look at some other talents here, depending on how long it takes you to adjust. You may want to look elsewhere. Bullet time was always good, but I just thought that it was not as good as Spatial Echo. But now that may not be the case anymore. So the other major change, and this is kind of a big one because they felt like Total Recall was getting too much play, where it would heal you. It would heal you for the amount of health that you lost during the time. Now it still does that, but it also increases the cooldown of recall by 8 seconds. Now, recall by itself, the cooldown is 26 seconds. That is a major nerf to that ability at 20. Adding another 8 seconds, basically, to put this into perspective, a cooldown that high, any cooldown of an ability that's higher than 30 seconds is basically on track to be an active ability. Active ability is the lowest cooldown you'll see, unless you're talking about Jaina, who's the one exception with her ice block at 20, is 30 seconds. That's what you're going to see typically on active ability. So the fact that Tracer's base kit ability has potential to be over 30 seconds is a little extreme. That's a little harsh in my opinion. And me personally, I definitely might be inclined to look elsewhere at 20. I mean, yes, the healing you get is super powerful. It's super strong. But at the same time, how often are you going to be able to use it if you have to wait almost 40 seconds to get it back? So, I mean, I guess that's up to the individual player. But now that we've gone over that, we're going to jump right into the game and see how this feels.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
All right. So, we find ourselves on the Dragonshire. I am going to start mid. I think all mid to start. Excuse me. So, the friendly composition, let's get that out of the way now. The friendly composition will be a Vala, myself as Tracer, a Greymane, an Ariel, and a Zul, going against a Zebo, Ariel, Chromie, Uther, and a Vala. So, we actually do have quite a bit of auto attackers. This is going to be kind of fun. We're just kind of lucky. We're just kind of lucky that they don't necessarily have blinds over there. Now, I was thinking about going a different route, but I decided I thought better of it. I'm kind of used to the 4-second recall, so I don't think I should be doing that. Now, I will mention that, as always, is custom with like any one of my videos. This is like my first game of the day, so I am not on a warm-up at the moment. Oh, God, I knew that was coming after me. I am not currently on a warm-up. We do have the crown over our head, so we have to be mindful of that. Oh. God. That hurts so bad. Oh, my God. I just got no, let me not say that. So we're going to go top. That's not working. Or maybe we'll go bottom. I don't think we should be laning with Zul. Zul is way too strong at the solo lane to need a partner. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still feel like, because if anybody remembers and watched my Zul video when I did it way back when, I still think that he's kind of a character that needs to be babied a little bit when it comes to the team fighting aspect. But in the laning aspect, he's more than powerful enough to be by himself. Speaking of being by themselves, apparently we left our gray main in the lane by himself. Oh, God. I feel like so weird right now. And I'm dying really fast. Like, I know Tracer's always been squished, but man, I feel like I'm dying at an even faster rate right now. Like, I can't even like properly like position to actually try and do some damage out here. Then again, maybe I'm just rusty. Who knows? Oh! I thought I dove in further, but I guess I didn't. Again, not the ideal positioning right there from me. Oh, God, I just dodged right into it. Literally the opposite. Oh, God, that hurts so bad. So, yeah, playing against a Chromie is surprisingly dangerous. Not that Chromie is surprisingly powerful, but I'm just shocked that I'm being hit. Like, look how close that was. Okay, so this guy has some experience with that character. I can still be one-shotted right here by Chromie if she lands a dragon, especially if she's speccing into it, which maybe I should have looked into. So the fact that this is so dangerous, I'm actually going to go for the health pack talent at 4, because I really don't think I'm going to have the best luck of actually staying alive. Now, that was a great heal by Ariel on herself. Oh, God. I haven't used a single recall, you might notice. That could also be a bit of a problem. Now, I do want to get in on this and try to force them back. That was a good move by Ariel. Oh, God. We're going to do that. Didn't really take me anywhere. I am running low on charges right now, so that may be something I want to keep an eye on as the game goes on. We did lose the first dragon, which is not that big of a deal. First Dragon Knight is never really that powerful, so it's not the end of the world. But I do need to stay aggressive, because the more aggressive I stay, the more energy Ariel gets. So we're playing the opposite role that we were playing in yesterday's video, and that's something that I have to be mindful of. Oh. See, now, Chromie's Q is not what I'm afraid of. That I can see coming, and I can just dodge that. It's the dragon that's the scary thing, because you can't see where it's going. Like, all you could do is just hope that it doesn't land on you by the time it comes crashing down. And again, that was a design choice, which I still agree with, by the way, because if not, it would kind of affect, like, the success rate that the character has with it. Now, I do believe we got enough for another pulse bomb at that last engage right there. I did just get hit by something. I didn't even see what it was. Ooh, that was close. I do want to kind of make a play on the Zebo. I feel like he's going to get comfortable there, but my team rotated to the mid lane, so we do have to stay. Would like to go after Chromie. That's not happening. However, we did secure the kill on Vala, so there is that. Alright, here we go. Do I go Spatial Echo? Well, I don't think I do, because we're not really securing takedowns like that right now, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to focus on getting my charges back a little faster, because that's what I seem to be abusing right now. So why not pick a talent that actually helps me do it more? And again, with this talent, instead of the other one, oh, look at that. I just fell right into that. That was bad. But we did secure the kill, though, so that's good. And obviously, like me making different choices right now, this is already a result of the changes they made. This is exactly what they want you to do. They want you to experiment with other talent picks at these talent tiers. So clearly, at least for one player and myself, the end goal has already been met, because I didn't pick Spatial Echo at 7, and that's exactly what they want. They want you to change it up. They want you to pick something else. And honestly, I could see me going a different route at 20 as well. Picking something that I've never picked before because, I mean, like they said, there was really no reason to do anything other than Total Recall at 20. Some people might argue that there's still no reason to go anywhere else because, like, 8 seconds additional cooldown, yes, as hardcore of a nerf as that is, it still doesn't mean that the talent is any less viable. But again, I'm not the hardcore Tracer user out there to, like, confirm or deny that, so just bear with me on that. I also got to be careful with these Zebo walls because they have been upgraded to be actual walls again. You land that. And that. Oh! I got to wait for the spiders to go away. Looks like they did. That was close. You see, I almost forgot that I had an ult right there. That's the thing about Tracer. You have to remember that you have your Pulse Bomb right at level 1, so you're not waiting to get your power spike at 10 the same exact way that everybody else is. Does it get stronger at 10? Of course. Like, clearly it gets stronger at 10. But at the same time, you have it from the onset. I'm still going to go. I really like pulse rounds. I really do. I like having it on deck, and I like having more range to actually use it. We are getting a shit ton of takedowns secured right here. I didn't actually have a pulse bomb to secure that last one, but the damage was already done. Hopefully we get a dragon out of that. Looks like we did. Fantastic. And again, with the talent I chose at 7, I can be a little aggressive with my blinks because my auto attacks are actually recharging my blinks for me. So I'm going to be getting them back at a slightly faster rate, which might actually synergize very well with what I plan to pick at 16 now that I think about it. I'm going to get that. Oh, no. Okay, I thought I got it on the first try. Apparently I didn't. See how we're doing. We're not really doing that great right now, but there's plenty of time to actually turn it around. Now, you may think, like, oh, well, just because you don't have a lot of hero damage doesn't mean you're not doing that great, but, I mean, that's kind of something that I look at when I'm playing a character like this. Oh, my God. I could have just made such a play. You know what? I missed the window. Now, I can't really recall, because if I do, I'm wasting even more time. But I do actually... Oh, God. Yeah, I had to use it. There was no way I was getting out of that any other way. Look at that. We ended up sticking around and we made a play. Wow. That was very, very, very unexpected. That just came out of nowhere. Good thing I didn't blink, huh? Or I didn't recall. Ariel's such a good character. If you're watching this video and you still haven't tried her out, definitely make it a point. She's so good. So good. She's so much fun to use. That's probably like the biggest selling point to her. So much fun. Level 13, I still see no reason to really go anywhere else other than Ricochet. I just think the damage increase you have at that level is way too damn good to pass up on. Like, you could literally be shooting whatever you want and the Ricochet bullets will be hitting other heroes. Like, how can you get any better than that? Oh, and Ariel just negated that bomb so hard right there. I am going to back. I didn't really want to hit Ariel with that bomb, but at the same time, she could have hit anybody. I could have hit anybody, and it would have been the same result. She would have just used the Aegis anyway, so it doesn't matter. And again, oh, God. Just go ahead and do that and come right back. We are actively giving Ariel energy every time we engage. There we go. Man, this is dangerous. I'm going to do that to give her some more energy. Because I actually don't know. I don't know how this is translating, like, for her energy-wise. I am being zoned a bit right here by that Chromie slow. She did actually get that off on me. Let's press the issue here. Now she's fucked. Okay, maybe she's not. Ugh. Thought I had a play right there. I really did. Ariel does have full energy, so we don't have to worry about anything with her. Hopefully we're giving her good energy. I actually don't know the job I'm doing right now, but I really hope I'm doing an okay job. did secure that kill. We're going to do that. God. Such a good way to negate that ult, man. However, we are doing a good amount of damage. Oh my god, that was weird. Oh. And again, I'm going to stay aggressive here because without it, Ariel does not have a means to heal. I did land that melee on Uther. Oh. Gotta be careful. Alright, so we're slowly climbing back into this on the damage front. Which we should be because this has been like non-stop. We're going to go right after Chromie. Oh. And we secure the kill. Oh god, I don't want to die. We don't have Ariel anymore, so we do need to be careful. I honestly can't tell from my end, but I'm really curious if Ariel is synergizing well with Tracer. I'd have to actually play the Ariel myself with a Tracer to properly gauge that because, I don't know that I'm doing a good job right now. So I am going to go for Sleight of Hand here. That's going to actually help me get my... Oh, damn, I tried to blink out of that, but we did secure the kill. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not the greatest Tracer, guys. Sorry. A good Tracer would have did that in his sleep or his or her sleep. Clearly, I'm not a high-level Tracer here, but I'm trying my best. We got less than 30 seconds until we spawn. For what it's worth, I still feel like the character is pretty good. Like, I'm not feeling like behind the 8 ball, but then again, that could be because we have Ariel with us too, so there's that. She does get a good ult on Greymane right there. Whoa, I'm gonna act like I didn't say that. Oh man, that's bad. I'm gonna get slammed if people caught that one. We're gonna make our way to the middle right now. Still kind of trailing and dragging ass on damage. We gotta turn that around. I want to turn that around more than I really want to turn that around. So I think we just lost Vala. Okay, as long as we didn't lose Ariel, I honestly don't care. Ariel is the priority here. So we are gonna recall. Oh god, I'm gonna die again. Fuck. My bad. I didn't see that they wanted me to go up. Honestly, I didn't. So they had another dragon out of this, which is we're fine. I don't think we're throwing the game at all. I think there's just a series of team fights that started going in their favor instead of going in our favor. I don't think this is throwing or even remotely close to throwing. I do think that we need to keep Ariel alive, though. Like, that's the big thing. We need to keep her up, and as long as Ariel is alive, we can pretty much beat back whatever they have for us. Now, I am going to go to the bottom lane to try and defend a little bit. Granted, Tracer is not the greatest lane defender you can think of. However, that talent pick at 13 is going to help me out quite a bit. God, she's just doing so much damage to me. It's ridiculous. I mean, we're at level 17 right now, and I'm nowhere near having 3,000 health. Like, that just gives you an idea of how squishy Tracer is. Not that every hero in the game should be at 3,000, but I'm just saying. I am going to rotate over to the mid lane. We have so much, like, lane pushes to defend here. And I really want to get involved in what's going on in the top lane, but at the same time, I don't want us to fall behind the XP, so I'm kind of stuck here. The good thing is that Ricochet does give me a fast means of wave clear. I mean, you could say that the upgrade to the melee gives you that same thing too. So Tracer arguably has 2 good additions to wave clear at the same talent tier. It's just a point of which one you prefer. I am going to stay on. Oh, man, that was such a good pushback. She got the extended range, I think. That was farther than a normal pushback. At this point in the game, though, Ariel's full energy heals are very, very, very good. So we can get back, especially on a Tracer. She can pretty much heal me back to full health whenever she wants. All right. This is becoming a delicate time in the game. do already have a pulse bomb on me, so we're not working towards that. We seriously need XP. They're going to hit 20 before we do, and then the team fights are going to become a whole nother issue. And again, I do plan to go for a different talent at 20. Even though clearly this seems like a type of game where I'd benefit from having the heals on recall, I'm still planning to try something different just to see how it works. Hey, stay on the point, bro. We're going to try and help push this wave out a little bit. See if we get some value out of these mercs. This could end up being a very good push for us. I'm going to get this out of the way so that I have a way to get out. I don't think people properly value like how much easier you're making your life if you take down the walls. I could press this. All right. I want to be suicidal here though. We are losing a top push. They're doing the same thing in the top lane that we're doing here in the bottom lane. So we do need to be careful. Okay, I'm going to go with Ariel. I think my best shot at success is staying with her. I did miss my my pulse bomb. That's not good. And we lost Ariel as a result. So the thing I'm planning to try was Composition B. Apparently, if you use this, you might have a chance at man, this gray main is really toxic. You have a chance at dropping 2 bombs at once, so I do want to see like how it works. That was a suspect stun. I didn't think I was that close. So we have 3 keeps, less than 20 minutes. They have a Dragon Knight, and our teammates are giving up. Remains to be seen if that's actually the case, but I don't think it is. But I could be wrong, you know. I've said it plenty of times, the game's not over and then we lose. So, well, you know that could be what's about to happen. I do need to be careful here, though. Like, I am super squish. So what you're seeing here is that I'm trying to wear down the targets one by one. They have so many ways to negate my only ult, though. It's crazy. I'm going to leave that right there. But it didn't do anything, so this might be a problem. Between the Divine Shield and the Aegis, there is so many ways to negate my Pulse Bomb. It's ridiculous. Like, I can get no value out of it, really. So this is like a first time that I've actually seen the Overwatch one ult thing kind of backfire here, because I don't have another option at 20. Or I don't have another option for an ult. I could just basically like upgrade the one ultimate I have in several different ways. So you're kind of seeing a hard counter here that I guess now that Ariel's in the game, this could be a new thing. Like, Ariel Uther is a surefire hard counter potentially for Tracer, as far as her ults go. Because even if it doesn't matter who she targets, there's 2 people that can negate it. So it doesn't matter. Like, it's for sure a hard counter. So what does that mean? That basically means that we have to get these kills secured with our regular abilities against this kind of group. Granted, it's a little late in the game to be coming to that realization. But again, as I've mentioned several times, I'm not the most hardcore Tracer user, so... And again, I still don't think this game is over. I think we should just hold one shrine. It should be the bottom one, though, because that's where the major push is. Like, we have to stop that. Gotta be careful. There comes the dragon. They have so much push right now. It's crazy. The only time I could properly use my ults against this composition is if both of those heroics from the 2 supports are on a cooldown. And it doesn't appear that... There goes one. So we need the shield to be on the cooldown now before we can even... There goes the shield. That's 2. We did stick it to Uther. Does a decent amount of damage, but not enough to warrant the pick. So that's going to be game. And even if we did get it on Uther to work, he could just res himself anyway, like after he dies. I'm sure he's got that 20 upgrade. So we did get taken out. The enemy team is backing off. That's interesting. No, all right, they're going to stay with. I was about to say, if they back off, that would be a very, very, very suspect play. Vala's going to get taken down here just because she's outnumbered. And that's going to be game. I definitely think that the team composure kind of went to the wayside in this one. I don't know how I feel about these changes to Tracer. I don't know if these are a negative change or like if I actually felt the negative changes or if she still feels the same. And the reason why I don't know that personally is because I was playing against a composition that had 2 heroes that negated the lion's share, like what would become the lion's share of my damage. Now, you saw in the early game that we were having no trouble making plays when the Oriole was able to stay alive. So that might have had more to do with it than anything. The enemy team was just doing a good job of focusing her down. I can't make any comments on how she played because I wasn't watching her positioning like that to make a proper assessment. Again, it's a big difference when you're playing a game just to play it and you're fully focused on it. It's another thing when you're playing it and talking and trying to make a video and trying to focus on making an entertaining video at the same time as playing an effective game. So I don't have full focus on what the Oriole is doing with her positioning, so I cannot make an assessment on why she has 7 deaths. All I could do is assume that the enemy team did a good job of focusing her down and move on. So, again, I didn't actually notice the. I was just experimenting with Composition B. I never tried it before. It sounded interesting. Not really a fan. Doesn't really warrant the pick at all. So I think even with the hardcore nerf, you still should probably go for Total Recall at 20. There's really there's nothing else worth going for. They patched the bug that they used to have on Tracer with the get stuffed, where it did like. I think quadruple damage basically. Like it used to shoot people down. It used to one-shot people with that thing, and that was a glitch. That wasn't by design. That was a glitch, and they fixed that I think 2 patches ago. So there's no reason to pick that either. So I think that at 20 Total Recall is still the way you should go. Now I did think that bullet time was very, very good. I didn't actually notice the lack of spatial echo on this build. So there at least there's that. That's something. That's a thing. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm not the greatest Tracer user in the world. Clearly, as you can see by like how I did, by my stat line, this, that, and the third, not the greatest Tracer in the world. I don't think I'm awful with her, but I'm just not that high level with her. So, hopefully, this is something that doesn't sway you off of using her. But I think she's a good hero. I don't think that she needed the changes. To be brutally honest, I thought she was at a good place. But I'm not the one who makes the calls, so the nerfs are what they are. As always, I appreciate the support. As always, this is Achilles OBT. That's Achilles with the Z. Remember it.